Greetings, I'm Fed McCurry and I'm here with
Gabe Hinton, Noah Miller.
And this is the new updated version of Chat with the Charger.
This new Chat with the Charger is hosted by the radio and TV class. The good thing about it is we'll have an episode every week.
And we are eventually wanting to do every Thursday, but for now we're gonna do things at our own pace. Our episodes will involve those who contribute to the school and the rest of the community.
We will have a new name and some new items that come along in our future sessions. Chat with a Charger will not be the only source of this content from this class. Our class is also hosting a podcast group called PC on Air.
And a big difference from last year is that now we will have that and this, so we will be doing double content, and I believe that PC on Air is eventually going to be on Fridays as well. So how are we feeling about this Chat with the Charger reboot, guys?
I'm really excited about it. I think there's going to be a lot of new changes, and we really just want to get more kids throughout the school to be watching and just be entertained with it, and actually be on here and with us.
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be a better year for this. Second year going in to do something like this, and I feel like more kids be involved and understand what we're doing here and how we're doing it.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that we want to get kids involved. So a lot of our ideas is going to involve the students and not just us.
All right, let's send this over to our first chat featuring our new principal, Mr. Gaffney.
All right, we're here with Mr. Gaffney and we're going to ask him some questions. So Gabe's going to start us off with question number 1.
So what positions have you held in the educational field?
I started out as a behavioral interventionist at an EVSC school and worked my way up to assistant principal in that school. I've got around 13 years as an adjunct professor at Oakland City University teaching finance, leadership, marketing, international finance, and etc.
It seems like you've been involved with so many different things.
I have been blessed to have a pretty diversified background.
Yeah.
But I think it's all been related to serving others, whether it was law enforcement, teaching, or my business. I mean, it's all about communication and service. So.
Yeah, I do think that this school does need a little more of diversity, so with you having that, I think that's good for us.
It feels like a good fit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what was your first impression of Pike Central when you first came here and took the position?
I was uneducated on Pike Central and on all the things it offered. Pretty impressed actually with the vocational, the CTE programs. I think in today's world, it's really a marketplace for it, and as coming from someone that teaches at the university level, I don't think four-year university classes are for everyone, especially in the current state of the economy. I'm looking at skilled trades are really, the business owners are screaming for those positions, and it's really one of the best kept secrets in this portion of Indiana.
I'll have to agree with that. I do think that technical stuff does need to be more appreciated, more than just always thinking you got to go to college for everything you do. So,
absolutely.
So we know that you've had experience being a wrestling coach, and what are some of your accomplishments during that time?
That's a tough question because my background is wrestling and martial arts. As far as wrestling, I taught probably about 12 years at St. Philip's Elementary, which is a K through 12 in Posey County. We won the district there. Rolling over from there, I was strength coach at Modern Day High School. I know you guys are familiar with that. It's a pretty significant wrestling program, tradition. My parents went to Memorial. My father ended up graduating from Modern Day, and I've graduated Modern Day. My 3 adult children graduated Modern Day, and I'm sure some of my grandchildren will also be part of that tradition as well. But it kind of morphed into the wrestling program kind of morphed from martial arts. I started martial arts at 5 years of age, and I've owned three different martial arts schools, and I've been blessed to win some competitions on the national level as well as state level over the years. So but that also morphed into law enforcement, teaching at the Law Enforcement Academy, and et cetera. So it kind of all builds up upon itself, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did you having experience with martial arts and all that, like, contribute to law enforcement at all?
Absolutely. I was a platform instructor, and I actually, when I deployed to Iraq, I taught U.S. military and some of the Iraqi police officers hand-to-hand combat in Ramadi and Fallujah. So that was kind of part of the recruitment program.
So what branch were you involved in the military, and what was your favorite experience in the military?
Well, I actually went over as an advisor initially, international police advisor, and so I was coupled with the United States State Department and worked my way up through the military. You have Department of State and Department of Defense, and I was fortunate enough to become the FOB coordinator, which our reports, we directly reported our DSRs, daily situational reports, to Dr. Condoleezza Rice, so it was for the State Department side. But my unit was in field operations. We weren't on platform, so that meant we were outside the FOB, the forward operating base. As far as favorite experience, boy, I don't know. That was, 138 degrees. That was a long camping trip. I think what I experienced was how blessed we are here, in the sense of seeing a third world country. You don't know what you don't know, and that was being boots on the ground there, seeing the struggles they have and our ideology, how it compares to theirs. And it's just the village that raises you. I come back to the point of, serving with 18, 19-year-old kids and seeing them become men overnight for what they're going through. So, and our military and our leaders, I think, are some of the best in the world, and I felt very fortunate for that.
Yeah, besides that, what do you think is another important lesson that you learned while serving?
Don't take this day for granted, because tomorrow might not come. And that was probably the biggest one.
Well, off topic here, but what is your favorite color? And why? Yeah.
Well, it's not peach, this color my wife picked out, so probably blue, I don't know. Maybe because it's easy, it goes with mostly anything. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I don't like wearing blue, but it is one of my favorites.
That is my favorite color, was blue. I prefer
wearing
red.
blue.
I think red is cooler.
Oh yeah, you look like a red guy.
I don't know how to pick that one.
Blue is calmer. I think it's more tranquil. Red is aggressive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I kind of try to offset
The red
that.
Yeah.
So, do you have any pets? If so, like, which one's your favorite?
Yes, we have in our house. We have basically a Labradoodle, which her name's Lily, and she's about 9 years old, and she doesn't know she's a dog. She thinks she's a person, and she's been around for, she'll be going on 10, and she's got cancer now, so we're kind of dealing with that, but she's part of the family. She goes on vacations with us and et cetera, so as I said, she doesn't know she's a dog.
Noah, what kind of pets do you have?
Well, let's see. I got 3 dogs. 2 of my dogs are little Chihuahuas. Then we got a golden retriever outside, and we have a big fat cat we like to call Garfield. But we do not feed him lasagna.
Oh, you should.
No.
Keep up
My
with
dad
tradition.
advised against it. And then we have a horse. Yeah.
Which one's your favorite?
The horse, for
The
sure.
horses?
The horse. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you, Gabe?
Yeah, what do you got?
So I got 3 dogs. One is like a Chihuahua Terrier mix. One I really don't know because it came from my stepmom's side of him, so I really don't know much about him. And then I got an English Bull Mastiff. And I think the English Bull Mastiff is my favorite because, like he was saying, my dog thinks he's human. So before, every time I'd be like sleeping or something, he'd come in and lay down with me and just like wrap up in the blanket with me and just lay there like he was like a little kid or something.
Well, I'd say my pet situation's a little different. So I have 6 cats right now at my mom's house, but only 2 of those are like my actual cats. The 4 of them have just just came about. They just randomly show up. I love one of them. The cat is like never gonna grow out of its kitten form. It's been 3 months and it looks the same. And it looks exactly like one of our main cats. His name is Shadow, and yeah, it's kind of funny. But I also have a Chihuahua, I guess. I mean, it's not really mine, but his name is Angus. I love that dog. So, what's your favorite restaurant?
I'd say it's probably Hacienda.
Oh, really?
Mexican food.
Okay.
I like Biaggi's, but more closer to home is Hacienda.
Yeah, Hacienda is that Evansville chain.
Yeah, it is. And I could probably eat it 3 nights a week if my diet would allow me.
I actually do live in Evansville part-time.
Okay.
So I've been just about everywhere. North side.
I'm sorry about that. We're West Siders. Past Pigeon Creek. You're not allowed on the West Side.
No, west of Pigeon Creek's the West Side.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a rule. What's your favorite restaurant?
I'd probably have to say Red Lobster.
Oh yeah, you did say something about that.
No. And cheddar biscuits, I could probably just have those the entire time. Like, I usually just get full on those and I can't even eat the rest of my meal.
5 out of 5.
Just give me a takeout box.
It's mid.
It's mid?
It's mid. It's not.
No.
It's pretty. What about you? What's yours?
The steakhouse.
Which one? Logan's, Roadhouse.
Probably Roadhouse.
Yeah, it is good.
Texas Roadhouse?
Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'd have to say Cheddar's, and I know that's kind of like basic, but honestly, if you go to Cheddar's on just like a casual day, it's awesome. I love their croissants; they're so good.
Plus, they give you enough food to feed a village.
Yeah, and it's not that expensive really.
No,
So,
no.
As you know, not too long ago, you made a thing called Fun Fridays. What are your current ideas, plans for those upcoming Fridays?
Well, I think first and foremost, the COVID really took a lot of fun out of school.
they did.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, it's no secret. I view security number 1, growth, which is education number 2, and then fun. I mean, high school is going to be quick for you guys. And although when you're getting out of bed at 6 o'clock in the morning, it doesn't feel like it, but before you know it, it'll be just a brief stay. And I think you have to build memories. And you know, the first Fun Friday I think was pretty good success.
It was, yeah. I enjoyed it.
And I think we're just going to build upon that. We've got some great staff. I don't have to do all the legwork, so that makes it nice for me. But I can try to come up with ideas with our leadership team and et cetera, and the cheerleaders, the band, and all the great teachers that put that together. I think we're just expanding on that. The next homecoming, I think that's in like 2 weeks, will be our second one, and they'll be spicing some things up with it instead of the bubble gum, the pink out, and all that good stuff. They're adding some other things to it, but I'd like to see more of that. You've heard of the homeroom challenge we're implementing, where you're naming your classrooms, your homeroom. Well, we're going to put those things together down the road that we have competition. I think the 4 pillars initially were, you know, making sure you show up on time, you know, tardiness, absenteeism, discipline, and growth. And if we have a tie between the homerooms, we have a physical challenge, and we'll put those in play on Fun Fridays as well. And we recognize, you know, from the freshmen to the seniors, end of each quarter, the winning homeroom, whether it's a pizza party or whatever it might be, we want to put trinkets and trophies there. That's what we're driven by anyway. So I think it helps us achieve a goal of making sure you guys show up on time, because we're preparing you for, you know, adulthood. You can't lay in bed, you can't miss so many days. And plus accomplish the growth. So we have fun with it, but yet there's a purpose behind it.
Yeah. That basically answered one of our questions that I think we're going to ask, and like how we were going to do Fun Fridays or the homeroom competitions, I guess.
Okay.
Well, you know, I was about to say, like, that's probably the first pep rally I had since like my 7th grade year.
Yeah, it was.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It wasn't my first in high school. I'm a senior, so we did one in my freshman year. But yeah, it was nice to come back to that, and I'll have to agree with like senior year. It's just really high school in general just goes so fast.
It does.
Like, I feel like just yesterday, senior year started, and it's already been over a month.
Well, Matt, imagine when you get Phil's age, how quickly it's going. Right.
Man.
Yeah, it goes fast.
Yeah.
So I think that goes back to the original point, enjoying it, enjoying each day, and being intentional. And no, I know you guys have heard me say probably 1,000 times, what's your why? You know, why are we here? What is our purpose? And be intentional. You know, I think many years ago I heard a quote, there's 86,400 seconds in a day.
Yep.
Warren Buffett has those same one. How's he using it and how are you using it? And that's the difference between success and failure.
So it is often said among students that you are quite a muscular guy. Would you like to share your routine?
Really?
How you got built?
Yes.
I don't know. Physical fitness, I started martial arts at 5 years old. I've always been into physical fitness. It's my therapy, if you will. I'm not a guy that goes out and drinks a lot or does anything like that. Probably one of my biggest vices is I like working out. I still grapple, still do martial arts and teach people boot camp on the weekend. And really, I'm not as good as I should be at times on my nutritional intake.
Same.
But my wife will say, "Oh, geez, he's on one of his rampages." No, I probably haven't had a Coke or a soda per se in 16, 17 years, something like that.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't like those. I drink unsweetened tea, and it's just something works for me. I don't judge anybody else if they want to have something that's on them, but I think mind, body, spirit's pretty important to me, and my faith and what I put into my body and etc.
That does separate you from the rest of Pike County because, well, all of us drink Mountain Dew. So.
Yeah,
That is the common.
Mountain Dew or very sweet tea.
Yes.
Well, on the west side of Evansville, ski is very big. I'm not a big ski drinker, but my wife is.
I like ski. I don't have it too often, but ski is awesome.
Yeah. Once again, that's a west side product.
I think it's better than Sprite.
It might be.
It's close. But our last question for you today is, do you watch any sports such as like football or soccer, basketball, and would you have like a fantasy team that you're maybe in, or?
If anyone knows me from Washington Middle School, I have the mobile desk. You guys see me in classrooms.
Oh, yes.
My other desk had all the Florida Gators. It had banners on it, it had flags on it and everything else. And I hope to bring that back here gradually. So University of Florida is, my son graduated law school there and got his doctorate in law and then went back for his international tax law. So I had the luxury of being down there quite a bit in the swamp, in the student section, and having 90,000 fans yelling for, the Gators. So it would be more Florida football. Alabama, no, whoever's playing them, I hope they win.
Yes.
Same with the Seminoles.
No disrespect to Mr. Bunker, our band director.
That
went
was
to Alabama.
sketchy whenever he said he was from there. When we were hiring him, Mr. Bunker, he knows my position on that. So.
Yeah.
You don't really hear Florida Gators around here anymore.
Well, I'm more of a University of Kentucky type guy, but I won't go against Florida.
I'm sorry for you.
They're not one of the SEC schools, I think we're gonna say.
But
they let me down sometimes in like basketball. And
yeah.
Well, it was 38 years that Kentucky hadn't beat Florida at Kentucky.
Yeah.
And they recently did last year, so we give them that, and we hope for another 38 years. Their drought continues.
All right. Well, I think that's it. Thank you, Mr. Gaffney, for coming on here. I'm glad that the students may get to learn more about you. So
Sure.
We'll see you on the other side. All right. Thank you for tuning into our first episode of Chat with a Charter. Pretty exciting, guys.
If you enjoyed your time watching us, make sure to stay updated next week for our upcoming video.
We will give students an opportunity to give a video or podcast ideas.
So, if you have anything for us or you would like to participate in Chat with the Charter or our podcast, PC on Air, please send us a message to our email account. The email will have a link in the description. I'm Ben McCrary with
Noah Miller.
Gabe Hinton.
And this has been
Chat with a Charger.